Alright, guys. Let's get into the next salvage location. Let's go. Jesus Christ. Bear Fog just scared the shit out of me. What the fuck? Okay. Anyways, like I said, I'm going for the Venta and Retrox mainly. Hold up, guys. You know, I gotta search this up again for us. Because I just keep on forgetting to remember it. Thankfully, I still have it in one of my search things, so like, this should be fast and easy for us and stuff. Okay, that's not it. Okay, I'll have to search it back up again. All right, we got this. 3, 9, 5, 2, 4, 8. Okay, let's grab this. Shocking, isn't it? Aw. Real quick, I'm also going to go grab the minigame presents thing. Alright, now let's lock in, guys. 3, 2, 1. Oh shit, that starts it. Shit. Oh, I think it's over. Oh man. I was at 45 anyways. As soon as I click on one, it starts. So let's go, let's go. I did it, guys. Alright. No, let's keep it moving. Oh my god, I don't want to talk to you. Go, go, go. Your event animatronic. Puppet. There you are. Okay, take the mask. Oh, I forgot to buy upgrades. Oh my god, I got stuck horribly. I'm lucky it didn't see me. Alright. Once again, I'm Death Coin and Springtrap. And I'm immediately going for that jackpot. Jackpot! Oh my god. Y'all, I was too busy saying jackpot, I just messed up. Jackpot. Oh my fucking god.
Surprise!
Okay, guys, I'll see you when I win it.
I see you. I'll find you eventually. Does somebody...
Don't forget who runs things around here.
I know you're in here.
Well, hey there. Didn't fancy catching you here. You know, it's been a while since we've last spoken. How's the job treating you? Things going well? You know, thinking about meeting up with old friends after a while. I met up with my old friend Montgomery Gator. You know, people know him as Monty. It's his stage name for that whole Rockstar gig. But ever since he picked up that Rockstar gig, he never really had time for any of his old friends or hanging out. And, you know, I was okay with this. However, the other day, he called me and asked, "Hey, Monty, I mean Hippo, you wanna catch up and go fishing?" Now, of course, I couldn't say no to that, so I packed my fishing gear. I put it on the back of the truck and I drive over to where he said to meet up, which was this old shack a couple counties over. Now, I don't know why he'd asked me to drive so far, but the old shack was stationed right next to this old pond, really big pond. And he stated that it was a very, very good pond for fishing. But I digress. So I drive over. I meet him over at the old shack. Creepy old shack it was. Covered in mold, the wood was barely holding together, and there was spider webs everywhere. And I'd asked him, "Hey, Monty, is this your shack?" I assume he didn't hear me, because instead of answering my question, he looked over to me and held up this big burlap sack he was carrying. He said, "Hey, Hippo, could I get a quick hand in tucking this here bag of compost into the pond?" Now, of course, not much of a botanical man myself, so I had to ask, "Why would you need to fertilize a pond? Nothing's growing in there." And Monty, he looked over to me, looked away, looked over to me again, looked at the bag, looked at me, and he said, "Well, there's seaweed at the bottom of the pond here, and it's good for the fish." And of course, who am I? Who's grown up around bodies of water? So I obliged and helped him chuck the bag into the river, but I couldn't help but notice these two lumps on the bag. Kind of reminded me of rabbit as they did. So I asked her, "Hey, Monty, why is the bag so lumpy?" And he responded,
You'll be alright. Because there's nothing left. Does somebody,
Well, I'm glad to see you. You know, I'd actually been thinking about it a lot recently. Specifically magic, because my buddy Orville is a magician. And there's a lot of argument in the world about the believability of magic, whether or not it can be a real thing. And for me, magic is strange. I've heard about all sorts of different things and all sorts of spiritual, strange subjects. Like, pretty sure I've heard something about remnant being uttered here and there. But that's here nor there. I don't really understand any of that. What I do understand is card games. And card games have been getting really popular recently. For example, I can't read something to do with magic, I believe. But I've seen some of the kids' older brothers and sisters in the big kid section of Retro. And I thought it was interesting. You know, I had a closer look every once in a while, and they would show me the ropes. And I gotta say, card games have been getting really complicated. You know, back in my day, we used to just play blackjack, poker, go fish, and tiddlywinks or whatever. And it's interesting how complicated modern things can really get. Like, have you ever tried to use a computer? Of course you have. It's a part of your job. But there's so much to do. You go open the menu.
Alright guys, we did it. Alright. It's her. Alright, you jerk. Give it up. What's your angle here? My, angle? Don't play dumb with me. I know you're up to something. Do you really expect me to believe the whole newbie shtick, huh? Some guy just shows up someday and somehow knows exactly what to grab and exactly how to deal with it? No, you're someone else. I don't know who, but I know you are. Because if you weren't, Springtrap would have gutted you like a fish by now. I'm being honest. I didn't even know about this place until a week ago. I'm glad you think I'm doing good at my job, but that doesn't mean I'm some kind of secret agent. Oh, really? So you don't know anything about the company's history? The Big Bite, the Fazcola recall, the MCI? None of that rings a bell? I'm sorry, the MCI? Yeah, the MCI. Surely you've at least heard of that, right? I can't say it rings a bell, no. You mean to tell me you haven't heard of the most infamous event in this company's history? I figured after all, if you did, after all, I should have figured after all, if you did, I doubt you would still be here. You know what? Why don't I tell you about it? Oh, I'm gonna have to do so much reading, guys. So this place, pretty run down these days, huh? But it wasn't always that case, but that wasn't always the case. Back in the 80s, gosh, Freddy was the place to be. Everyone and their grandmother wanted to hang out there. If you were a kid, you wouldn't be caught dead anywhere else. Well, you get what I mean. Kids loved the place. I'm sure you can imagine how big the crowds were here. Among those happy crowds, there were a few kids who weren't so happy. The lonely ones. The ones who had trouble making friends. There they sat, far away from the crowds, all on their own. All sad and lonely. Until one day, a friend came their way. Gangalicious, that is not a friend. That is clearly William Daddy Afton. A man. One of the place's performers, actually. He loved putting smiles on kids' faces, so he'd seek out the loneliest ones he could find. And oh boy, was he good at his job. He'd help them beat the arcade games, sneak them toys from behind the prize corner and stuff. And those kids absolutely adored him. I mean, who wouldn't? Eventually, those kids' birthdays would come around. Nobody would show up, of course. That is, except for the man. Why the long faces, he'd say. Did you not like the gift I got you? Oh, silly me. You must not have found it yet. I should have known. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you it. Follow me. They'd follow him along, of course. Who would they be to not trust their best friend? He brought them into a back room in the back of a corner. In the corner of the pizzeria. Few ever looked and fewer ever ventured to. Are you ready? Close your eyes, he'd say as he ushered them into the room. They went in, he followed behind. As soon as they opened their eyes, slash! There were 4 children in total. Police never found any of them. Police never found the man either. You want to know the funniest part? That man. Oh shit. He's been right here with you this whole time. That's right. You've been housing a killer in these walls this entire time. Haunted, right? What? Yeah, my parents told me about the whole missing children thing when I said I would be working there. I didn't know there was a proper name for it. Like I said, I'm new here. You total jerk! You really couldn't have led with that? Great, so the whole story is for nothing. Why did I even bother showing up? Okay, fine. No more dressing this up. Let me make this simple. Keep your hands off those robots. They're not yours to keep. Deflated, the white rabbit returns to darkness. So maybe she just wants these things to keep me safe? Jeez. What do I do here? I just want to help, but I can't help but feel like that's put me in the middle of something. Something dangerous. I can still make the best out of a bad situation. There's only one of these robots left, right? And one more of those masks. I know how I could turn this around.